Most financial advice tells you to save 3 to 6 months of expenses as an emergency fund. That advice is wrong. If you are a freelancer, the standard rule was designed for salaried employees with a predictable paycheck, employer benefits, and unemployment insurance to fall back on. As a freelancer, you have none of those things, and that changes the number significantly. Today, we are going to show you exactly how much you actually need, where to keep it, and a step-by-step system to build it, even on a variable income. Welcome to Freelancer Retirement Lab, the channel built specifically for self-employed professionals who want to build real financial security. Subscribe now and hit the bell so you never miss a video. We post every Tuesday and Thursday. Let's find out why the standard rule fails freelancers. Let us start with why the 3 to 6 month rule breaks down for freelancers. When a salaried employee loses their job, they typically receive unemployment benefits, usually 40 to 50% of their former salary, while they search for a new position. Their job search takes on average about 4 months. As a freelancer, you receive 0 unemployment benefits. 0. And finding a replacement client or project does not happen overnight, especially if you lost a major client who represented 40 to 60% of your income. On top of that, as a freelancer, you face risks that employees simply do not. A client can cancel a contract without notice. An invoice can go 60 or 90 days unpaid. A slow season can wipe out 2 or 3 months of revenue at once. A health issue, without employer-sponsored sick leave, can stop your income completely. This is why the data is clear on this point. For freelancers, contractors, and the self-employed, a 6 to 12-month emergency fund is the right target, not 3 months. The more variable your income, the larger your buffer needs to be. There are the 2 types of freelancer emergencies. Before we get into the numbers, it is important to understand that freelancers face 2 very different types of financial emergencies. Most people only plan for one. Type 1 is the personal emergency: a car repair, a medical bill, a broken appliance, a family crisis. These are the events that standard emergency fund advice is designed to cover. Type 2 is the business emergency. A major client cancels. A platform you depend on shuts down. An industry downturn cuts demand for your services. An economic recession reduces client budgets across the board. Late payments stack up, and your cash flow dries up for weeks. The critical insight here is this: as a freelancer, both types of emergency hit your personal finances. You do not have a separate employer absorbing the business risk. It all lands on you. Your emergency fund must be sized to handle both, not just one. Let's understand what is your exact emergency fund target. Here is how to calculate your personal emergency fund target in 3 steps. Step 1. Calculate your true monthly essential expenses. This means rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, insurance, loan payments, and subscriptions you cannot cut immediately. Do not include dining out, entertainment, or discretionary spending. Be ruthlessly honest. For most freelancers, this number falls between $2,500 and $5,000 per month. Step 2. Choose your multiplier based on your risk profile. If your income is relatively stable, you have multiple long-term clients and consistent monthly revenue, use 6 months as your multiplier. If your income is moderately variable, you have some recurring clients, but also one-off projects, use 9 months. If your income is highly variable, you work project to project, have one dominant client, or are in an early stage of your freelance career, use 12 months. Step 3. Multiply your monthly essential expenses by your chosen multiplier. That is your target. Here's what this looks like in real numbers. At €3 per month in essential expenses, 6-month target, $18,000, 9-month target, $27,000, and 12-month target, $36,000. At $5,000 per month in essential expenses, 6-month target, $30,000, 9-month target, $45,000, and 12-month target, $60,000. These numbers may seem large. That is intentional. Your emergency fund is not meant to be comfortable to look at. It is meant to keep you financially intact when your world turns upside down. If those numbers feel overwhelming right now, especially if you are starting from zero, here is the research-backed first step. A $1,000 starter emergency fund alone will handle 70% of life's common financial surprises. A car repair, a medical copay, a broken laptop, an unexpected travel expense. Getting to $1,000 first is not settling for less. It is building the foundation and the habit. Every dollar you add after $1,000 compounds your financial resilience. The goal is not to save $36,000 next month. The goal is to start today and build systematically. Your milestones: $1,000 first, then 1 month of expenses, then 3 months, then 6, then your full target. Each milestone is a meaningful level of protection. Each one you complete is a real achievement. Now, where to keep your emergency fund? Location matters as much as the amount. Here's the right way to think about this. Your emergency fund needs to be 3 things: liquid, stable, and separate. Liquid means you can access it within 24 to 48 hours without penalties. This rules out CDs, bonds, and retirement accounts. Stable means the value cannot drop. This rules out stocks, index funds, and crypto. The worst-case scenario is losing a major client and watching your emergency fund drop 30% at the same time. Do not put emergency money in the market. Separate means it lives in a different account from your everyday checking. When emergency money is mixed with spending money, it disappears. Out of sight, out of mind. The best option is a high-yield savings account, commonly called a HYSA. High-yield savings accounts are currently offering rates of 4 to 5% APY, are FDIC insured, and allow easy transfers when you need them. Major providers include Marcus by Goldman Sachs, Ally Bank, and SoFi. On a $20,000 emergency fund at 4.5% APY, you earn $900 per year completely passively. Your emergency fund is working for you while it protects you. Let's take a look at the Freelancer emergency fund system. Here is the exact system to build your emergency fund on a variable income without feeling like you are constantly falling behind. The system has 3 components. Component 1, the floor contribution. Decide on a minimum amount you contribute to your emergency fund every single month, no matter what. Even in a slow month, even if it is just $50. This is non-negotiable. It builds the habit and ensures forward progress never stops. Component 2, the windfall rule. Anytime you receive an unexpected payment, a client pays early, a bonus project comes in, a tax refund arrives, a fixed percentage of that goes directly to your emergency fund before it touches your checking account. Set this at 20 to 30% of any windfall until you reach your target. Component 3, the income trigger. Set a monthly income threshold. Every month you earn above that threshold, you automatically transfer a percentage of the surplus into your emergency fund. For example, if your threshold is $5,000 and you earn $7,000 this month, 25% of that $2,000 surplus, $500, goes to emergency savings automatically. This 3-component system ensures your emergency fund grows in good months, maintains in average months, and never reverses in slow months. The dual fund strategy here is an advanced concept that most financial advice misses for freelancers. You actually need 2 separate cash reserves, not 1. Reserve 1 is your personal emergency fund. This covers personal crises, medical bills, car repairs, family emergencies. Target: 6 to 12 months of personal living expenses, kept in a HYSA in your personal name. Reserve 2 is your business continuity fund. This covers business emergencies, a lost client, slow season, unpaid invoices. Target: 6 to 12 months of your average monthly business expenses and income replacement, kept in a separate business savings account. When these two funds are combined into one account, freelancers consistently underfund both. When they are separate, each fund has a clear purpose and a clear target, and both get funded properly. Think of it this way: your personal emergency fund protects your life. Your business continuity fund protects your livelihood. Both need to be full. So what are the common mistakes freelancers make? Let us cover the 4 most expensive emergency fund mistakes freelancers make. Mistake 1. Using the employee standard of 3 months. Now you understand why this number is insufficient for self-employed professionals. Your target is 6 to 12 months of essential expenses. Mistake 2. Keeping emergency funds in a regular savings account. The average traditional bank savings account pays less than 0.5% interest. At $20,000, that earns you $100 per year. The same amount in a 4.5% HYSA earns $900. That is $800 per year in free money you are leaving on the table. Mistake 3. Mixing emergency funds with operating funds. Freelancers who run all their money through one account consistently report draining their emergency savings without realizing it. Separate accounts are non-negotiable. Mistake 4. Treating the emergency fund as an investment. The purpose of this money is not to generate the highest possible return. Its purpose is to be there when everything goes wrong. An emergency fund does not make you wealthy. It makes you durable. And durability is what protects long-term wealth. The emergency fund and retirement connection. Here is why this topic belongs on Freelancer Retirement Lab, not just a general personal finance channel. Without an adequate emergency fund, freelancers consistently raid their retirement accounts when a financial crisis hits. Early withdrawal from a solo 401k or traditional IRA before age 59 triggers a 10% early withdrawal penalty plus ordinary income tax on the amount withdrawn. On a $20,000 emergency withdrawal, a freelancer in the 22% bracket pays approximately $6,100 in combined penalties and taxes. The money that should have been compounding for decades instead funds a temporary crisis. A fully funded emergency fund is the protective barrier that keeps your retirement savings untouched through every financial storm. It is not separate from your retirement strategy. It is the foundation of it. Build the emergency fund first, then build retirement savings. Run both in parallel once the foundation is established. Let's review your action plan. Here is exactly what to do after this video. Step 1. Calculate your monthly essential expenses. Write down rent, utilities, groceries, insurance, and loan payments only. That is your baseline. Step 2. Choose your multiplier. Stable income, multiply by 6. Variable income, multiply by 9. Highly variable or early stage, multiply by 12. Step 3. Open a dedicated high-yield savings account today if you do not have one. Name it emergency fund. Keep it completely separate from your checking account. Step 4. Set your floor contribution. Decide on the minimum you will contribute monthly, no matter what, and automate it. Step 5. Apply the windfall rule. Every unexpected payment, 25% goes to the emergency fund until you hit your target. Step 6. Once your emergency fund is fully funded, redirect those contributions to your retirement account. The foundation is built. Now accelerate. The most powerful financial move any freelancer can make right now is not picking the right stock. It is not finding the perfect retirement account. It is making sure that when something goes wrong, and eventually, something always goes wrong, you have the financial cushion to handle it without derailing everything you have built. Drop a comment below and tell me, what is your current emergency fund situation? Starting from 0, partially funded, or fully funded? I rate every comment. If this video helped you understand the real number you need, like it and share it with a fellow freelancer who is still using the employee standard of 3 months. Subscribe to Freelancer Retirement Lab for weekly content on retirement, savings, and financial security built for the self-employed. See you in our next video.